Hello, we're going to show you how to make Bessie. And Bessie is...
a car.
It's a yellow car, isn't it? It's
Yes.
a yellow car from Doctor Who.
Yes.
And we're going to show you how to make it just from a plain old cardboard box. First, take an old cardboard box. It could be a Huggies box, for example, and peel off all the bits with writing on, so you're left with just the plain cardboard underneath.
Hello. Let's paint at the end of this brush. Now paint it.
Then simply draw around an ordinary vegan margarine tub to get the circle of the wheel, and then draw around slightly smaller objects such as a candlestick or a tuppenny piece, and then colour them in and colour in these shapes. Now there are 10 of these here. It's actually really difficult to divide something up into 5 or 10, so I've just done it freehand because that's a lot simpler. Then, for the number plate, we chopped out some black sugar paper. 14 centimetres by 10 exactly is just right for this size box. And then
we got a white crayon, you see here, and we got black paper, and we write 2-1 on it. And to draw something like this, so it looks 3D. So then we turned a stapler into staple gun, right, Dad?
Yep, that's right.
And the way to do that is all you do is take apart.
More or less.
Just press there, press there, press there, press there. So then you made the number plate. To make the headlamps at the top is to fold a piece of paper that's very straight, but usually match the corners by doing this part. So then you flatten it. Then you cut a circle shape. Open it and you see it's like this. Now you see that dent there as I folded it. Well, you color on that line like this. So then you got something like this. Then you get your glue on. So that's how you do the headlamps.
Next, you get your grown-up helper to find a black coat hanger and to get some pliers and just untwist the top of the pliers like this. And if you do it the right way, you're left with a nice, useful piece of metal. Now that won't be exactly the right size for your box, so you have to measure the top of your box and make sure this part is bent to the right size. So this just gets twisted round at a right angle on that side, and then any previous kinks can be straightened up. And then we want to have, depending on the size of your box, about 5 inches from there to there, and then we simply cut that off using the wire cutter part of the pliers. Now you don't want to cut off too much because we're going to have to stick part of this down in the inside of the box. So just cut it, and then once you've done that, it should break off very easily.
See?
Now, the windscreen doesn't go right at the front of the box. We move it back a bit because, as you may remember, Bessie has this front end that's extended. So we move it back to where the end of this flap is and just post it down the inside of the corrugated tubes of the box. There we are. And that should stay in without any need for glue.
Get some ordinary cling film like this from Walmart or any shop else. And so you lift it up and get like this much out.
Then the ordinary cling film is wrapped around. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look completely see-through. If you had it on tight, it would look completely see-through and it wouldn't even look like it was there. This is supposed to be an old car.
Just flip up the bonnet like this and flap it like here and flap it like that and put it over there. And you might need a grown up to help you with this, but all we need is silver duct tape. Right, Dad?
Right.
Now we only need a little spot on the bonnet. Yeah. Hey. Then I feed my paint in with my brush. Do nice straight strokes.
Not forgetting to wear your painting apron.
Oops.
Then to make the horn, we've used an ordinary piece of cardboard like that. And what we're going to do is to draw the design on this freehand.
Yes.
Simply like this. Now you can actually finesse this a bit when you're cutting it out.
Yes.
But that's basically how it goes.
Then if you need help, like a little boy or little girl like me, you can just use your parent to help you. See what I mean?
Yep, and then you cut it out with a pair of scissors.
We have a perfecto here. Boo boo. Here's a dose tip of today. If you don't have any black paint, get some black or scrap pieces of paper.
Left over from the number plate.
Yes. And if you don't have any paint, you can buy some, or if you don't have enough money, just cut the shape of that, then just glue on. But if you do, don't use this, you might need it for next time. And next, you color the outside like this. Now you might need a helper for this, just to let you know. That's the second Joseph tip. And also you might get hurt if you're a little boy or girl, so ask your parents to help. Plus, almost forgot, be careful because scissors are sharp. Nip, 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 ah, like that, okay? So just remember that.
I'm covering this liberally with glue.
Yes, like thin little things, and
We're
just
using
enough-
Elmer's glue, but you can use any polyvinyl acetate glue.
Yes.
There we go.
But don't use super glue. Super glue is only for cars. And you might get stuck to it. Get pen like this, and you have to shake it well, and then shake it with it's open. It's going to be wet, it's just not going to come out yet. Until it flows, it'll show up like this. Wow, see that magic? So that's the magic they have to do. Just do writing, and writing. You have to get a thing like this underneath it, just in case you spill. And if you do a mistake like this, it'll go in the pig. So no cleaning and trying to do no matter if you don't have any of this stuff. So just coloring on. Now you got the brass on. Beep beep.
Right, for the next thing you need 2 cardboard tubes of different sizes. Now, if you've got a toilet roll size, that will be good to be the part of the steering column that attaches onto the steering wheel. Now, I've used this ordinary vegan margarine tub lid, and that's going to stick on there, but it needs something to turn on if you want to make it moving, and so the natural thing to do would be to stick it on something like that. But if you haven't got one, which is this size, this is from the middle of tin foil, then you could use something like this, which is actually slightly bigger, from a kitchen roll, and you can just crease it, and this actually helps fix it on because it makes it a bit springy. And then that goes in there like that, and then you have something that's fixed on firmly enough that it'll turn, but it won't come off.
And you probably need some silver duct tape like this. Cutting fast like that, put it like this, and the whole cupboard sheet. So then you turn it around and do the next part. It's going to be the same thing as like the beginning. So keep on repeating it until the 5 pieces of tape are gone. Then flatten them out. So then you put in the socket for where the thing works. It really works. Hear that sound? That means it's grooving and it's turning.
Then you can paint it, or I'm actually using a permanent marker to colour it in, which is actually as good as paint. Now if you've got a young helper, they can help you hold it to keep it still.
But sometimes it's really helpy. It's very wiggly, so I need another parent to help you. And that's the JavaScript tip.
Won't be long before that's all coloured in. And then you end up with a fairly black steering wheel. Then to fix the steering column, we have to put it in the right position. First of all, that's going to want to go somewhere like that. And then we take off the steering wheel and put that in the same position. Then you simply stick the steering wheel back on, and then it will turn. Right, it's going now.
Hello! To make the doors, if you want to make the doors flat that don't actually open, it's easy. All you do is draw it. Now, if it's hard for kids like you or me, it might be hard just to do the wavy line. So ask your parents to help with that bit. But you can do the straight bit. I surely know that you can probably do straight line. But if you want to make them move, you'll probably need a standing knife. Or a saw like this one. So if you don't have some, they might have some of these types of saws at Ace Hardware.
Or any other hardware store.
Yes. or any other hardware store. So
Right. Now, what we can do to start off with
let's go,
is
Joe.
we can
That's
mark
Joseph
out
did that.
the door. Now, as Joseph said, we want to try and do a bit of a wavy line. It's not going to be quite a straight line, so I'm doing it freehand, which means I'm doing it with just by putting the pen on here and then marking it. So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
just like that, and then we can mark a door handle like that.
And colour it in if you want,
Okay,
which I like to colour in.
okay, you may colour it in.
Leave that. I'm gonna leave that circle in because that's gonna be the lock.
Yes, where the key goes in.
And if you want to, we're gonna show you how to make a key for it.
Yes. Thank you. Right.
That little dot was a line for where the keys goes in for a key slot.
I think that the Stanley knife might not be quite sharp enough, but we're going to have a go at cutting. Oh, it's a new blade, or a fairly new blade. So that is pretty sharp.
Yes, pretty sharp, even though it looks old and rusty. Yes, really. So if you want to do that, children,
Get a grown-up helper.
yeah, right, like Mom and Dad still said. Because it might be a bit dangerous because you don't want your kids to get caught. No way.
There you are. Now that is the door cut.
Yes, do it.
Now, this door is mainly decorative because you won't be able to step through this unless you're tiny. Now, it hasn't quite gone all the way through both layers, so I just need to redo that a little bit. And
So, might be hard, children. So you might need a grown-up helper.
now, luckily, corrugated cardboard has these lines in it, so you won't need to score it to make a line for the door to open. It can automatically have a hinge, so that saves a little bit of hard work.
Yes.
Okay, now the next thing is to add on the horn, isn't it?
Yes, the horn.
Now,
It goes honk honk.
it does. Because we put the door there,
It has to be over there.
yes. If we didn't put the door, if we just did the door in outline, then we would have a bit more space for the horn. But as it is, the horn will go just here. Convert your stapler into a staple gun.
And do it like that.
Ta-da!
So it automatically flaps down like that. Bessie is now finished. Now you can get in. Beep beep. Now if you want to get in, just take it out. Luckily, it's a take-out horn. Now if you whip that a little bit, it doesn't really matter because it's only an old car anyway.